the shadow of Titan's gleaming towers and humming rail lines, tucked between an old tannery and a cracked stone wall scorched with graffiti, stood a door of blackened wood. No sign marked it, no chime called passers-by. But once a week, a single lantern glowed in the alcove above it, its flame a sullen, steady violet. Those who dared cross the threshold found themselves in a quiet chamber of gray and obsidian. There were no pews, no hymns, just cushions for kneeling, a small altar made of cracked granite, and a cloth-draped figure seated in silence. Her name was Elyra Varn, and she was a cleric of Mordral, the Scorned one. Elyra had once been a priestess of Ardana, her days spent in gardens and birthhouses, offering warm words and healing salves. But that was before the fire that took her wife, before the healer's robes stained with ash became impossible to wear, and before the songs of spring felt like lies in her throat. Mordral didn't ask her to forget, he asked her to remember. Now she knelt in a sanctuary of grief, ministering not to the hopeful but to the broken, those too tired to hope. Each week she brewed bitter-root tea for grieving widows. She scribed the names of the lost into her black book, so none would be forgotten. And when asked, she listened, without promise of healing, but with the sacred vow to witness pain without turning away. That morning, Elyra arrived at the Riverlight hospice. The matron had not called for her, they never did, but word had reached her anyway. A family had lost a child in the night, and the temple cleric of Celior had not come. Delays, the hospice staff whispered. Another case, or too busy, or too difficult. Elyra knocked. A nurse opened the door, then flinched. "Oh, it's you. I heard there was need. We don't need that kind of blessing here." Elyra's jaw tensed. "I don't come to bless. I come to listen." The nurse hesitated, then muttered, "The parents. They won't stop screaming. We can't get them to sleep. Can't get them to eat. Maybe you can talk to them, but don't mention him." Inside, the child's mother sat by the wall, rocking back and forth, her eyes red and empty. The father crouched beside the cot, still gripping the small, lifeless hand. "I am Elyra," she said softly. "I came to sit with you." Neither parent answered. They didn't need to. Her presence, quiet and without demand, filled the silence. After some time, the mother whispered, "Everyone says it's for the best. That she's with the light now. I hate them for it." "I would too," Elyra replied. The father looked up sharply. "You're not one of them?" "I am of Mordral," she said simply. He flinched. "The god of vengeance?" "No, the god of grief, the one who does not flinch when sorrow stays, the one who remembers what others are eager to forget." Tears ran down the man's cheeks. "Then stay," and she did. Later, as Elyra exited the hospice, the matron blocked her path. "You think you're doing good," the woman said coldly, "but all you do is linger in the pain. You keep people in the dark." "No," Elyra replied. "I keep them company while they are in the dark. There's a difference." The matron turned away without responding. That night, black altar, hidden shrine. She sat alone in her sanctuary, the names of the dead inked into her ledger by the light of the violet lantern. A single page now bore the name Kayla Rin, written in silver ink, a small bloom of ash pressed into the margin. Elyra's hands trembled, not from doubt, but from exhaustion. They never invited her to the city's vigils. No festivals of life, no public shrines of light. Her presence, even in silence, caused whispers. Some shops wouldn't serve her. Children had been pulled away from her path. And yet, she returned. Every day. Because someone had to stay with the mourners. Because not all wounds healed with time. Because pain remembered is still love given form. In the stillness, she whispered a prayer, not to comfort, but to bear witness. Mordral, warden of grief, let none be forgotten, let none mourn alone, mourn. Let sorrow have shape, and memory remain. Let even the scorned be seen. Outside, Titan glittered with 1,000 lights, but within the little shrine, a single flame burned violet and unwavering.